Greetings! Today we're going to create models of purchase process. The procurement subsystem of one ERP deals with this task. In the previous lessons, we have created a purchase plan based on the 2019 sales plan for our company, SBS Trading, which is specialized in purchase and sales of heavy boats. We have also created the supplier, Magic Heavy Boats GmbH, whose dealer our company is. We've made a price list, a contract, an agreement with the supplier. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to place an order to the supplier and execute purchase documents based on the order created. SBS Trading places purchase orders to obtain heavy boats based on purchase plans. Orders are placed twice a month, once at the beginning of the month and once in the middle in equal proportions. These operations are carried out by the purchase manager who works in the procurement department. Purchase orders help to plan the arrival of goods and the schedule of payments to the supplier. Purchase orders simplify the procurement and logistics manager's work and make it faster. In fact, in one ERP, a purchase order can be used by the following methods. With the help of the purchase order generation wizard, from purchase plan, from demand documents, and manually, from the purchase order form, and in the form of the document that can be considered as demand, for example, sales order. Now we are going to create an order based on a plan. Orders are based on supply demand will be studied at stage 2 when we are going to talk about manufacturing processes. Manual creation of an order does not differ from the automatic one, except that we need to fill in all the fields by ourselves. SBS Trading decided to place purchase orders based on the purchase plan, not on the real demand. Our previous experience proves the accuracy of this planning. For our example, we use the demo base, so the use of purchase orders is active by default. But if the base is empty, we should turn on their use by ticking the checkbox Master Data in Setting, Master Data in Sections, Purchases, Purchase Orders. It is understood that a purchase order in SBS Trading is created by a procurement manager. In our example, we are working as a super user with administration rights, who then makes payment documents and payment requisition. Work with Magic Heavy Boats on the post-payment basis. To create a new order, go to the menu Purchases, Purchases, Purchase Orders. When you press Create, there are 3 options. New, to create orders manually, by plan, by demands. Choose by plan. The selection window is now open where it's obligatory to specify the planning scenario. Also, it's possible to make selection according to other parameters such as warehouse, supplier, etc. Press the Show All. Specify the SBS monthly plan that we have created before. Specify April 2019 as the planning period because the first quarter of 2019 is a dead season for heavy boats. Main sales are planned starting from April, and this is when we need to fill the warehouse. 0 stock. Press Next. The window Generation of Purchase Orders According to Plan opens. In lines, there are names of purchased heavy boats, and planned amount, delivery date, and order amount are in columns. All or some of those parameters may be transferred to the order. Tick all the boxes so all the parameters are included in the order. Then we should split the plan into 2 parts to purchase goods in 2 batches at the beginning of the month and in the middle. Choose all the lines by pressing Ctrl and press the Transfer or Allocate button. Choose the option Allocate Quantity and specify by number of periods 2. Round up to 1. Press Allocate. Now the list has twice as many lines with order dates of either April the 1st or April the 16th. Untick items planned for April the 16th, 2019. Press Create Orders. Now we move on to step 3, where the system showed an error because there were no specific suppliers in the plan, and the order is always linked to the supplier. Open the purchase order. On the first tab, you should choose Magic Heavy Boats. The rest of the information, our company, agreement, warehouse, counterparty, is filled in completely from the supply agreement which we created in the previous lesson. This happened because there is only one supplier agreement, otherwise we would have to choose. Switch to the Goods tab. Here, product names and amounts are filled in automatically, half of the monthly plan, but the price is not included. In order to quickly fill in the prices, select all the lines using CTRL. Press Prices and Discounts and choose by price type from the pop-up list. The window opens where you choose price type. Choose the one created previously by us. All the prices have been added automatically, as well as the total and VAT. Open the Deliver tab. By supplier to our warehouse, commentary has just filled in automatically, just like we noted in the previous lesson. Currency and VAT is not included have been added on the Additional Information tab. We need to correct the department because the department from the database to which our superuser is attached has been added automatically. Specify a unique purchasing department. The status is confirmed. Post the document. This status shows that the supplier has confirmed their readiness to supply the requested goods according to set conditions and date. Now we need to make the purchase document based on the purchase order. We have received a confirmation from the supplier that the products are ready to be delivered to our warehouse, which is reflected by the confirmed status. From the supplier order, which contains all the information about the purchase, we can put together a document which will register an invoice in the system. The purchase product is delivered to the warehouse, where the goods receipt note is drawn up. Goods may arrive to the warehouse before the invoice registration, as we saw when we created a warehouse. Moreover, purchased goods may be written off as costs or increase the values of assets without recognition at the warehouse. This operation will be started at stage 3. Press the Create on the Basis button and choose the document type Purchase of Goods and Services from the pop-up list. Let's note that there are two different terms in the 1C ERP, document type and operation type, which is called business transaction in this document. For every business operation, there is a specific document type. For instance, registration of purchase is made using the Purchase of Goods and Services document type. This document type may be used to reflect similar business operations. In order to do this, we use Operation type, which is automatically added when creating a document based on another document, or may be added manually. For instance, there is the Purchase from Supply operation type for the Purchase of Goods and Services document, used to register invoices of delivered goods. There is another type of operation, Purchase from Supplier, goods on the way, used for goods which we have ownership rights for, but which we haven't delivered to the warehouse. Now the Purchase of Goods and Services document is opened with the Purchase from Supplier operation type. All the information has been added automatically: supplier, counterparty, our company, contract, warehouse. On the Goods tab, goods including quantity and price have been added automatically. The Additional Information tab contains information about the manager, the department, bank accounts, both ours and suppliers, payment date according to the contract, and VAT. The objective of the procurement manager is to verify the accuracy of the information on all 3 tabs and press Post and Close. After that, our payables to the supplier have been formed in the system, as well as our payment obligations in accordance with payment rules. We will see this information at stage 3 while we focus on cash flow functions. Now, put together a purchase order to supply the second half of heavy boats to be purchased in April. In the next lesson, we are going to receive the purchased goods at our central warehouse.